Hey guys, on this episode of our off-road camper build, I've got an absolute game changer on how we're going to use this camper, so stay tuned. Hi guys, my name's Daryl and welcome to this edition of our off-road camper build. These campers are really awesome with regard to how light they are to tow around the place and ease of storage and having the bulk of the comforts of home. However, there's something that they miss out on, and the strengths of these lay in the fact that you can pull up anywhere at a moment's notice, climb inside, and you have a really comfortable bedroom. The same with the kitchen area, like it's quite a versatile kitchen. If you're staying more longer than that, the 270-degree awning is absolutely superb. It takes a moment to put out and gives you much needed shade. However, you're still open to the elements, and I was going to buy the walls for this until now. Now Darche have released what they call their Eclipse Retreat Annex, and it fits on their 270-degree awning, all generations, and their 180-degree awning. I've got their generation 2 270-degree. There's a couple of holes you have to drill, and apparently going forward these holes are going to be put in by factory. But they give you templates to drill these holes. There's a template for the Gen 1 and Gen 2 awnings. The only difference is on the Gen 2 the arms are 45mm instead of 50. That's it. Now this room has two doors on either side with flywire. It has an opening door which you can have as a further annex on the side, and best of all, the back wall zips open. It has a full floor, so you don't need to carry flooring for this area anymore. Weighs about 15 kilos, and for me the floor was probably 5, so it's not a big concern. However, what it's going to give me is somewhere to get dressed in standing up, somewhere to shelter when it's inclement weather, whether it's too hot or too cold, somewhere to eat without having, flies and mosquitoes attacking you, because it does have fly wire, and basically a living room. So you could have extra sleeping accommodation out here, and all of a sudden this 2-person camper could actually sleep 4 people with the inclusion of this room. So all of a sudden the reasons to, how can I sleep my kids, you can actually have them just outside your door without having to go to rooftop tents or anything. The other thing that I'm a bit interested about is the air conditioning in this camper. Can I now open the door and air condition this room too, when and if we're in a camping area with power? So that's going to be an interesting test. So with this annex, we get one pole that folds up, although I should be able to slip that in with the other Darche poles for the awning. And that fits between the 2 arms, and the awning basically clips to that. On this side panel there's a piece of sail track. There's a piece of material that you slide into that with a zipper on. You then leave that attached so that when you pull up, you zip up this room to that, put in the pole, clip it to that, and clip it to the arms and peg it down, and you're good to go. So it's not as if you're having a whole separate room or tent that you're setting up. It actually fits and works with these awnings, which I think is absolutely awesome. And the good thing is, if you also want the walls on top of this room, the walls can fit on the outside of this room. So it's quite good development they've done. So at this point, let's drill these holes in these arms. I haven't put this up yet, so it's all new to me too. Should I read the instructions? I'm a man, I don't need instructions. Let's get into this. Now I've drilled these holes. They suggest to drill them out with a 3mm bit and then enlarge to an 8, which I've done. I've also reamed them out with a countersunk bit, and it emulates the holes that were put in at manufacture. Now if we get this single pole, this all just clips together by the looks of it. So we'll just slip that into each end, expand it, and then twist and lock like the rest of the poles. And that's the only pole we need to put up. Now if we open up this the actual tent. It comes in a bag, which is really nice, and it has the straps around it to keep it tidy when you're not using it, which is always good. Now when you first open this, you've got to find the piece attached to the zipper that affixes with the sail track to the 270 awning. So we'll just zip that off. Now this piece here just attaches via the sail track to the sail track slot on the vehicle, making sure that these straps towards the camper in this instance. And apparently this doesn't come off. So we'll get the annex and zip it onto here first. So then we just grab the roof and we clip these to here. Now because this is the first time this has been put up, there's also some straps here so we can set our depth from the vehicle. And walking into this annex, we can see the two doors with fly screens on at the front of the annex. In between those, pockets to store stuff in. And if we spin around, we can see the mirrored two doors on the back of the annex, again with pockets in between for storage. At the side of the annex, we have a full height opening door, again with fly screen. And that opens from the bottom to the top and swings out if you want it to. So that could be a further awning, that door off the side of this annex. And swinging around, the party piece is the fully opening back section of this that allows us access into the camper. So that allows us to use this as living space, changing space, and the inside of the camper is just sleeping. I've actually got the air conditioning on in that camper and you can feel it coming out of here. I do have some further tweaking to do with this though. I do need to move the actual awning slightly forward on the camper, and that will allow this door to open up a whole lot easier. But it's got a full floor. The only dramas I did have was the floor comes unzipped and you have to zip it in yourself. You have to find these two orange sections and they match up, and that's where the zipper for the floor starts and stops. As I said, this isn't pegged down because it's sitting on my concrete driveway. The driveway's also got a bit of an angle on it, so it's not fitting the best as it should. However, out in the wild, I'm sure it'll be pretty awesome. I'm really happy with this. Our little camper's not so little anymore with the addition of this. To put it up, I'm saying 5 minutes tops. I mean, it really does. If there's probably 4 pegs to peg it down, zip up the top of it, and it all just clips up. It is a no-brainer to put up. And I'll see how long it takes to take down. I don't think it'll take long. The biggest drama will be folding it up. But by the same token, when we've got a floor down, which this has got built in, we still have to fold that up, and I don't think it'll be any more onerous than doing that. Total cost of this was $650 delivered from Snowy's in Queensland. They shipped same day, and it was here in 3 days from date of order. So, got to be happy with that. But anyway, that addition has just blown my mind with this camper. It is just so good, and it is a definite game changer with what's been available on the market. This 270-degree awning, I'm so glad I got the Darche one now, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have this Annex. But anyway, that's enough for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you do, don't forget to comment underneath what you think. Like and subscribe to the channel because it really helps us out, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.